Hi guys. So today I'm doing a tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. I've already shuffled the cards and dealt them face down. We're going to flip over together and see what's in store for you. Now, the first position, and there are positions, is the position of the back, and that is the recent past. So let's see what's been recently happening with you. I have the Ten of Wands with the Oracle card of the Ship here. Okay, so this is labor. The Ten of Wands just speaks of a lot of labor. The Ship is distance, so maybe you're working from a distance. Could be that you work from home or you work over the phone. It could also be that there's travel involved in your line of work. Maybe you've gone through like training or something, or you've had to travel for work recently. Something to that effect here. That's what's been going on. Yeah. Now, in terms of like what sort of work or more details on this, I'm going to pull more cards on this in a second, but first I want to flip over the rest of the cards. So the next position is the position of the head. This tells me what you're thinking, Pisces. What are your thoughts at the moment? I've got the World with the Oracle card of the Knight. Wow. Okay, so it kind of makes sense that the World shows up because the World is about crossroads. It's about meeting people. It's about being like in the fray. So it makes sense that that goes along with travel. It could be that you are going to be in amidst a lot of people when you travel. That would be the World. And then the Knight here also just talks about a lot of action, right? So I think this goes hand in hand. Your thoughts are hand in hand with what's been going on. You've just had to do a lot of moving, perhaps a lot of traveling, and a lot of like work, really. But I think it's the kind of work where you are networking with people. Like I said, it could be either over the phone or just a lot of traveling here too. Let's keep going. The next position, there's only 5 of these, so stay with me, and then I'm going to dig a little bit deeper in all of these. So the next position is the position of the heart. This tells me how you're feeling. So we've got the Moon upside down with the Oracle card of the Hourglass here. Interesting. Moon upside down. It's like we're having a hard time pacing ourselves. It's kind of like our routine is off. Like let's say you went traveling, right? And like you got to stay at a hotel, and like that throws your routine totally off. And that's kind of what I'm getting here is like, it's like this whole experience or this moment in time, your routine has been thrown off temporarily. Because the hourglass has to do with something, you know, timing or something being temporary state of time. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Is like whatever's going on here has thrown you off a little bit in terms of your day-to-day. Okay, the next, I don't want to dwell too much on these because then that'll take too long. So the next position, there's only 2 more, is the position of the hand. This tells me the actions you guys are currently taking. So it looks like we've got Temperance with the Oracle card of Cancer. We're kind of like Temperance is the middle of the road. This is doing the day-to-day, honestly, like taking things one day at a time, one thing at a time, keeping everything in balance. With Cancer here, that's also taking care of the home, taking care of the house, yourself. But like I was saying, I thought you were going for a distance. Could be that you're working from home. But Cancer here is the home too, is family. So yeah, it's like we are nurturing, we're taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of family, but for some reason our routine is thrown off. Okay, the last card tells me what's coming up in the short-term future. So this is all the present, but what's actually about to happen? Let's take a look. So this is the 7 of Wands with the Oracle card of the Mouth. You know, this is having to sort of speak up and like lay down firm boundaries on something to be like, okay, enough is enough, or like this is enough. I'm not like, this is as much as I'm doing. It's sort of like drawing the line and having to speak up about that. Okay, so maybe because your whole routine has been thrown off by all this kind of like, you're really busy, everything that you're doing right now, you know, all of that has thrown you off in terms of routine. You're kind of going to have to speak up about that to the people who have put you in this position to say, look, I need some time to actually, like, this is enough. This is all that I can handle. You know, I'm getting thrown off here. My routine's getting thrown off. I need time to myself to get everything in order, right? All right, let's get a little bit more detail. So I like doing this in reverse order, so let's go all the way back to the beginning. So again, this is the working from home or distance labor that we're looking at, the position of the back. Tell me what the position of the back for my Pisces signs. This is the recent past, but as well as the current moment. Things that are kind of lingering circumstances as well as the recent past. The sun. Okay. And then on the bottom, Mercury. So like I was saying before, you are busy with just literally your day-to-day, like the day-to-day work. It's just that you're keeping busy. And again, Mercury is travel. It is also communication. So it's like you're either communicating with a phone, you know, there's like talking to a lot of people, or there's moving about a lot of people. Yeah, and it's just you're just making the money. That's it. You're making the money. And I think, you know, looking at this, it's like the reason you're making the money is because you're taking care of yourself and the people around you. I feel like that's the reason here, but at the same time, you might need to put a little bit more effort into yourself than your family here, because this is showing up as you take care of your family, but you're thrown off. Let's look at the next position, which is your thoughts. This is like literally like I have to go talk to a bunch of people. I have to go to a conference. This would be like a big meeting with a bunch of people, or a conference call or something like that. It is having to talk to and meet a lot of people here. That's what's on your mind. Tell me about the world with the knight here in the position of the head for my Pisces signs. Tell me about the world for my Pisces signs. Tell me about the world card. Okay, so the cup here. Yeah, it's like it is good. You know, everything that we're doing right now is good. It's like part of our strategy. It's what we want. It's going to help us make money. But I feel like it's just a lot of work, and it's a lot of people needing your attention. Basically, is what it is. A lot of people need your attention for things. But at some point, I'm kind of also getting that. You know, I'm getting that this is temporary. This situation, if it is like a big conference, right, that would be like a temporary thing. That's sort of what I'm getting about this too. Let's move to, well, I don't want to dwell on your feelings. Like I was saying, this is just you feeling like thrown off with in terms of your day-to-day routine. Let's look at the taking care of your family and maybe yourself, but I feel like this is more your family or the people around you. Tell me about temperance. This could just be literally trying to balance taking care of yourself and the people around you. Tell me about temperance with Cancer here. The heart. Yeah, it's just like what we want to do is take care of the people who we care about. And that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing all this. You know? That's why we're doing all this. On the bottom, Saturn, because like we're like the father figure. We're like the caregiver here. Or at least we want to be. So that's why. That's why we're working so hard. That's why we're willing to put ourselves like, run ourselves dry, you know, because we're trying to provide for these other people, because we care about them. We want to make sure they're okay. Now, I think there is going to be a limit to how much we can provide while like not focusing on ourselves, because that's what this talks about. This talks about boundaries. So let's look at this. 7 of Wands with the mouth. So with the 7 of Wands with the mouth, I am going to pull advice for you guys in just a second after this too. Okay, here we go. Pluto. Interesting. Pluto. Oh, too much. That's what Pluto is. It's like, okay, well, you know, I was saying enough is enough, or this is drawing the line, right? Pluto is like too much, too intense. It's like you will reach a breaking point. You're going to be like, this is way too much, and I have to draw the line. You can't take that much on. On the bottom, Libra, this is about what's fair and what's equal. But right now, there is way too much on your plate. Libra, the rabbit, and Mars. There's too much on your plate here, right? There needs to be more balance, and that's what's coming up in the short-term future. I have a feeling that is also going to be the advice for you. It's going to be speak up, you know, do this sooner rather than later, because this is saying you're gonna do it, right? But I think the advice here is to do it sooner rather than later, because you are going to end up Because this is too much work for you. You overloaded yourself. Yeah. Okay, let's pull advice. So I usually do one oracle card and one tarot card, but let's start with the tarot card. Can I have some advice for my Pisces? What they should be focusing on doing? Best strategies. Positive advice for my Pisces. Excuse me. I had 4 cards come out. Kind of a lot, but I'll take them. Let's look. The Chariot upside down. The Queen of Wands upside down. 10 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. I'm going to hold all those up. This is the advice. Okay. So you know what you want. You know your priorities, and you know that you are driven to provide this home and this stable environment for the people you care about. Okay, that's these two. Okay, you have a clear objective on the home. Ace of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles. Now, the advice here is to reel back a little on the control, reel back a little on trying to have everything, to do everything yourself. Queen of Wands is upside down. That's you got to reel back on the control. And the Chariot is keeping busy. You got to upside down, right? You're trying to do too much. You're trying to take on too much yourself. You know, I would say this also is like delegate a bit if you can, because this is taking on too much yourself. And this really speaks of being overloaded. Like, think of your car, right? The Chariot upside down. Think of your car when there's like too many people in it. It's like slow and sluggish, right? Yeah, and that's what's causing it, is the Queen of Wands is like trying too hard. Trying too hard. You don't need to try that as hard. You don't. I feel like you're doing well enough without going the extra mile. You just can reel back a little bit, a tiny bit. Let's see here what the oracle cards have to say. Wow. So I've got the treasure chest upside down with the skull and crossbones upside down. That's interesting. So in a sense, this is like you have enough money. This is like you have enough money. You don't need to slave away. You actually you have a good amount of money. There is no need to to run yourself dry, like I was saying before. It's time to focus on your own self, your own purpose. Get your own routine back in order, like I was saying, so you feel back in balance. And then look, the next 3 cards. The universal hexagram, the Tower with the Crown. The universal hexagram is your divine will, the Tower is wisdom, the Crown is the prize. So yeah, the advice here is that you do need to apply a little bit of wisdom, and again, regarding, this is not about financial matters. You have enough money. You don't need to work as hard. This is about working smarter, not harder, and also to get what you want. Yeah, this is work smarter, not harder. You're working too hard and you're running yourself dry. Okay? That is the advice, guys. So I hope it helps you out, Pisces. Yeah, I wish you guys the best. Thank you so much for taking an interest in my videos. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it there because I think that pretty much wraps it up. And if you did like this video, please give me, press the like button. That really helps me out, helps the video circulate, so I do appreciate it. Until next time, guys, take care.